Alright, what's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. It's Friday, it's time for the vendor reset, so you know what that means. I'll go from place to place, easy checkpoint to checkpoint to find out what the best items are for sale this week in the Division. So if the video is helpful in any way, shape, or form, please drop it a like. It's very much appreciated, and it does help the channel grow. And if you are new to the channel, hopefully you'll consider subscribing for more Division content, as I do put these out every single Friday. Also, please keep in mind that next Tuesday, global event number 4 ambush will begin, and we will be getting classified versions of the 4 remaining gear sets. We've got AlphaBridge, FireCrest, Hunter's Faith, and Tactician's Authority. So we've got some goodies coming. And lastly, down here at the hub, please double check this vendor, as if you own one blueprint, it'll be across all of them. According to my PC character, there's a Model 700 and an SASG 12 for sale here for the blueprints. Other than that, that is it for over here. If there is a stamina or electronics mod or a firearms mod, I would absolutely pick it up. The exotics for the week, first up down here again at the hub, we've got the Liberator, 19% enemy armor damage with accurate, competent, and adept. You could reroll off accurate for something else if you wanted to use this with sort of a skill build a little bit, because you don't need that much firearms for competent. You only need 2874, not too high. The Cassidy has 326% stagger with Destructive, Vicious, and Boomstick. You could absolutely run that with the double Cassidies if you want to. I would probably get rid of Vicious if you're going to do that though, but choice is yours. The Historian has 145% headshot damage with Swift, Harmful, and History Repeats. I would just pass on this. Same thing with the Centurion, even though it's got Expert and Unforgiving on it. Actually, you know what? It's not too bad. 280 gear score. If you want to pair it up with the Liberator, I take that back. I would pick this one up. The Pecan, 19% damage targets out of cover with Deadly, Capable, and Pecan. You could obviously get rid of Capable for something else and have yourself a pretty decent Pecan. Let's see what else we have here. We've got a pretty good MK5 ST. You just have to bump it up with optimization. But we got Ferocious, Commanding, and Unforgiving. Get rid of Commanding for something like Destructive, Prepared, anything like that. And you've got yourself a great PvE MP5 ST. And I know you guys wanted to see the rest of the gear, so I will scroll through it. And unless it stands out as per usual, I will just mark it in the comments down there as gear. So actually, it's a pretty decent FireCrest holster. So if you want to finish off your build, I'd pick this one up. 1269 stamina, over 16,000 health, 10% EDR. You could reroll it if you wanted to, 51 ammo capacity. We're getting the classified version next week, though. Keep that in mind. And I meant to say timestamps for the items. Some people, if you like stability on your striker backpack, you could take a look at that one and just reroll the firearms number, get it a little bit higher. And decent tactician knee pads. Here we go, 1226 electronics. You would just have to bump that up with optimization. Over 12,000 skill power. Disrupt resist, shock resist, blind deaf resist. Those are actually pretty good. Same thing with these Predator's Mark knee pads. The classified versions are already out, but if you don't have them and you need these, I would pick them up. You could reroll skill power for health, and the rest is good to go. 1267 firearms, disrupt resist, storm resist, and damage to elites. Quite good Predator's Mark knee pads for non-classified. I don't think I would bother with that one there. In terms of the regular gear, if you have to optimize it too much, then I'm not going to recommend it. This, however, I will. 259 stamina with 3,335 skill power. I think that's damn near max roll for the major attribute. I would get quite a few of these stamina mods if you can afford them. And other than that, for down here, that is pretty much it. Let's go ahead and move on.
I'll be here if you change your mind.
Alright, upstairs at the armory, there's a couple items for sale. Now, I'm on the fence with this one, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys. The LVOA-C, 22% enemy armor damage with accurate, deadly, and focused. I can't stand focus, but for those of you that don't mind it and don't like it, you could pick this up and reroll off accurate for something else, or if you wanted to, because you're new to the game, get this anyway. It's only regular credits, and get yourself a LVOA-C. You could even keep accurate and reroll off focus. That's what I would do. I don't like that talent, I'm sorry. But there's a LVOA-C here for sale. There's also a extended mag. It's not the greatest, but again, if you're new to the game, pick it up for now until you get a better one. 112% mag size, 4% crit damage, and 5.4% rate of fire. So don't pass up on those items for now, especially again if you are new to the division.
No big deal.
Okay, at the gear vendor down here at Camp Clinton, for you solo players out there that still use high-end pieces, I would pick this thing up for sure. Enduring Mask, 1260 stamina, 7% enemy armor damage, and disorient resist in the minor. Keep that or reroll it for something like damage to elites. I would pick this up because the stamina roll is very good, and while in the last health segment, health continuously regenerates to fill up the segment. If you're solo, this will fill up all the way and you will regain all of your health. So I would not pass up on this, again, if you're running solo. Alright, down at the cavern safe house, he's got one item for sale, a prototype performance mod with 6% first aid self heal. That is a max roll. Absolutely grab a bunch of these and throw them on your character or characters.
No worries. Come back another time.
Will do. Okay, up at Camp Clinton at the first Blueprints vendor, I believe he's got a classic M60 for sale here. Other than that, I own everything else, so you may want to double check him. Over at the other special equipment vendor who sells the exotics are nothing really worth looking at this week, to be perfectly honest. The military G36 is quite good this week. 20% enemy armor damage, brutal, prepared, and focus are on it. I would absolutely get rid of focus for something else, and you've got yourself a very good military G36. Once upon a time, that was actually king of assault rifles. A tactical SASG 12K for sale here with 327.5% stagger, accurate, brutal, and deadlier on it. That thing is rolled quite nicely. I would keep it as is or re-roll off accurate for something else if you don't like it. Other than that, in terms of the regular gear, final measure mask, don't forget you can still get the classified stuff. It is out there, but if you want to get regular in the meantime, 1242 stamina, 5% health on kill. You can keep that or re-roll it. Choice is yours, and then 10% damage to elites in the minor. As for the rest of the gear, there's not a whole lot up here, but the Striker's Backpack, 1231 firearms. Those of you that like stability, 16% is on there as the major, and 52% ammo capacity in the minor. Not too bad. And I'm just going to show you guys the rest of the stuff here. There really wasn't anything else, and that is that. Too bad that that was reload speed. If that was crit damage, that would be god roll, but it's not. Let's move on. Okay, down here at the Grindhouse Safe House, she's got a pretty decent extended mag for sale here. 118% mag size, 4% crit damage, and 5.4% rate of fire. Grab a bunch of these and throw them on your weapons unless you have a higher percentage than that 118%.
Can I do something for you?
Yeah, you can. Down here at the Southpaw Safe House, there is one item for sale. It's a prototype performance mod with 7.5% support station range. Perfect for builds like Reclaimer. Absolutely pick a few of those up.
Hey, I'll see you around.
Alright, take care. Alright, and making our way into the Dark Zone down at the 5th Ave DZ checkpoint. He's got a prototype performance mod for sale here with 7.5% ballistic shield health.
You're gonna regret this.
No, I'm not. I've already got a bunch, actually. Up at the West 53rd Street DZ checkpoint, she's got one item for sale here. It's an MK5 Scope, 15 times zoom in, 6% headshot damage, 4% crit damage, and 3% crit chance. I would grab a few of these. They're going to be very helpful when Tuesday rolls around with the global event ambush, and you need to keep your distance from your enemies. You could throw these on your urban MDRs, you could throw them on your snipers, and trust me, you'll do a good amount of damage. Over at the East 42nd Street DZ checkpoint, he's got a couple items for sale here. First up is a rapid chest plate, 1248 electronics, 5.5% enemy armor damage, 9.5% exotic damage resilience. You could choose either one of those and re-roll it for health, skill haste, the choice is yours. And then we've got 50% ammo capacity in the minor. On top of that, there is 7% ballistic shield health. It's not a max roll, but it's here just in case you have extra funds and you want to pick it up.
You're gonna regret this.
No, I'm not. Okay, in the DZ05 safe room, he's got a Rant Suppressor for sale here, 7.5% crit hit chance, 5.5% headshot damage, 4% crit hit damage, and 48% reduced threat.
What, you think you don't need this?
No, I've got a bunch, dude. Okay, up at the East 53rd Street DZ checkpoint, she's got one item for sale here, a prototype performance mod with 4% turret damage. That's a max roll, so I would pick a few of these up, especially given that, once again, we have classified FireCrest coming. You're going to want to throw these on your build.
I'll be waiting when you're ready to deal.
Okay, up at the DC-08 safe room, first up we've got a Vigorous chestplate for sale here, 1161 stamina. Obviously that needs to be changed, but we do have over 15,000 health, 5% enemy armor damage, and 48% ammo capacity in the minor. Pick that up if you are in desperate need of a, desperate need of a Vigorous chestplate, or wait until one drops in the open world. Over at the next vendor, again, next week is the classified stuff, so only get this stuff if you really need to. Other than that, wait till next week and try your luck. AlphaBridge Vest, we've got 1187 for stamina. That needs to be changed also, but over 15,000 health, 5.5% enemy armor damaged, and 25% increased kill XP in the minor. I would probably reroll that for ammo capacity, personal preference, and compensate for the stamina number. On top of that, we also have a FireCrest holster with over 1,200 across the board. FireCrest is also in the loot pool next week. So buy it if you really want to. Skill haste, you can keep that or reroll it to health. The choice is yours, but that's what we have here at the DZ-08 safe room.
You might regret not buying from me. This is the shit you need.
Alrighty. Well then, for the final stop of the week, we've got a Tactician's Authority Mask up here at the DZ-09 safe room. 1255 electronics, over 9,000 skill power, and 14% increased kill XP in the minor, which I would reroll for something like damage to elites. And then at the bottom, we've got a pair of Reclaimer gloves, 1225 firearms, 11% SMG damage, 4% health on kill, and 9% skill haste. I would probably reroll the health on kill for something like crit damage, but the choice is yours. Please remember, though, there are the global events next week, so Tactician is part of that, the gear sets that we are getting. So pick it up if you need it, or if you're new to the game, or you can't participate in the global event. But other than that, that was everything we had for sale this week in the division. Again, I hope the video was helpful. If it was, please drop a like on it. It's much appreciated. You can follow me on Twitter at Afflicted Gamer, and the stream times for me to be live here on YouTube are at the end of the video. Other than that, good luck, agents, and enjoy the global event next week. Good luck and happy hunting for classified gear and exotics, and I will see you very soon in the next video.